I guess I'm going to start with you. Did you ever actually picture yourself playing Spider-Man?
No. I didn't. It's been a really fun ride, and I'm really glad that Phil Lord reached out to me, because I got an email from him about 3 years ago saying he was writing something with me in mind, and was I interested? And without hearing what it was, I was. And now seeing everything that came of that and all the work we put in and how much joy there was in making this movie, you know, it's one of my favorite emails I've gotten.
I can imagine. And you're like, this is history. This is a character that people have been dying to see for years. Yeah. What was your reaction when you got the part?
When I finally got yeah, you're Spider-Man, I was like, finally, you know. Honestly, I was on hold for like 6 or 7 months, just waiting for a confirmation, because they said that they wanted me, but they needed to audition more people. Whoop, whoop. And I was like, all right, you know, I'm moving on. I just assumed it wasn't happening. 6, 7 months later, it was happening. I was like, yes, finally, finally.
What's it like to step into the Spider-Verse? I mean, do you know the history? Were you aware of the comic books? Or I guess start with you.
Yeah, I was definitely aware of them. I didn't do as deep of a dive as other people I've met while being in this movie.
Yeah,
and
for
seeing
sure.
what the true fans know everything about it. But I knew of it all. But being part of it, I've learned a lot more about it. And actually being on this insider seat, hearing the way people have talked about Stan Lee, I realized I have missed a little bit of his genius and his depth. I always just viewed him as the guy who created all of this. And now hearing the way people speak of him and his ideas of inclusion and creating characters everyone can relate to, I was like, oh, I didn't even get that about him. I just thought he was a creative guy who created great characters and fun worlds. But I've been let in, and I've been glad I got let in.
Yeah. How about you? What was your knowledge of this character specifically?
Just that he was black, you know, and he was Spider-Man, and his name was Miles Morales, and that his face looked like mine.
Wow.
And so later on, I was like, I am him, and I wrote it in my journal. And, you know, I didn't know much more about, I just knew that there was a black Spider-Man named Miles Morales, to be honest, and I wanted to be playing him if there was ever a movie made about him. I would learn more about him through that, you know, and I have.
What did you learn? Was there something that surprised you about the creation of this character in his history?
Surprised me, honestly, the powers surprised me. The Venom strike, I didn't know he could do that, or that he can, you know, go invisible, the camouflage. And those are his powers. Like, I think Peter Parker in the game has a suit that can do these things, you know what I mean? But these are Miles' powers. So, ultimately, I was just thankful for the opportunity originally, and now I'm just thankful for the blessing. And I'm taking the responsibility very seriously. You know?
It's a lot of responsibility, as they say.
Yeah.
What's the quote?
With great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
But with that responsibility, you should know that anyone can wear the mask. All you have to do is really tune in to what makes you different. Don't do it like him. Don't do it like me. Do it like you.
Boom.
December 14th, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
When do I know I'm Spider-Man?
This was never your city. It's mine.
You won't. In the end, it's a leap of faith.
Can't stop me now!
Hey guys,
Who are you?
I'm Spider-Woman.
If we don't work together, none of us will have a home to go home to. We taught him that, right?
I didn't teach him that, and you definitely didn't.
Into the Spider-Verse, only in theaters December 14th.